Yo, what's up? Happy Monday.
Yo, yo, yo. Happy Monday, Sneezy. Let's crack a lacking.
Uh, Not a whole lot, man. I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight or who we're going to have on, but I got a small feeling that tonight might be one of those shows.
Just a casual, just a casual show, just a casual week. Nothing crazy going on in Aptos whatsoever. And yeah, I think we just might be just hanging out with I don't know,
Oh, we got
someone
someone up. We
maybe
got someone
special.
up in the speakers box with us. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, I got to give a huge shout out uh, to Avery, CTO of Aptos, one of the co-founders of Aptos, joining us this evening. Hey, Avery.
Hey, good evening, folks. Very excited to be here and join this space.
Yo, we are so glad to have you. We were. I'm gonna be honest. I was very excited to have you on to talk about uh, transactions per second and gaming and just absolutely crushing it. And you guys kind of dropped something else that I think we all want to talk about too.
Let's go. Welcome, Avery. Super pumped to have you here. This is
Yes,
awesome.
sir. Yes, sir. Very excited to be here as well. It's a super exciting day for us, as you know, and we're here to talk whatever you guys want to talk about. It's after dark, so here to chill. Even though that music just got me super hyped, and I can't relax now. So
Yo,
whatever you guys
right?
want to talk about, we're down. No, let's do it.
Okay, I think we almost gotta jump right into it, especially because like I'm vibing off that song too. Like low key, I think everybody in Aptos woke up this morning and went through their day just walking that much taller, feeling that much more confident. Um, Huge news. Native USDT coming to Aptos.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's something that we're super excited about. Obviously, if you know from our history, and I see a couple folks like Greg on as well and Brent. We came from the Libra and DM days at Meta, and so being able to see kind of a world where we have incredible infrastructure, we have stable coins that can support global payments 24/7 around the world, the lowest transaction fees in the market, the highest throughput available on any chain. It's really a big step forward towards that dream of high performance payments, remittances, and money movement in general. So this is a huge step forward for everyone, and I think it's just the beginning of what we can unlock with all this technology.
That's so exciting. Okay, what, dude? Sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit. Not gonna lie, I don't usually get nervous hosting spaces. I'm a little bit nervous for this one. um, I guess that kind of flows into what we went through last week with the insane amount of transactions per second that we saw. I think peak usage was 12,000 transactions per second. I think that compounded with USDT really gets everybody thinking that web speed blockchain is here.
Yeah,
Not
I
coming,
think
it's here.
yeah, and I think these are things where they may look orchestrated, but they're definitely not. I think there's a great project called Tapas Cat that was launching this incredible game that uses all kinds of pieces of our technology stack. Randomization for every transaction, the ability to do global counters in a way that's parallelizable and support thousands of transactions per second on a mainnet, and improving that to the world through this incredible opportunity and application just shows that you can see there was, I think, 326 million transactions in a single day on August 15th. Aptos now holds kind of the three largest records for single transactions in a day. For 326 million, I think there's 95 million as well as 154 million throughout the year, and it just demonstrates that this technology now is ready for prime time, and the fees are incredibly low. You gotta remember all the zeros. 0.000000005 cents. Uh, uh, it's not right. $0.0000005, but per transaction, which is basically free.
Yeah,
And with that kind of throughput, with that kind of cost, and then now pairing that with native USDC coming on chain, USDT coming on chain, is just a perfect combination for all the things we want to see in payments. And this touches every part of the ecosystem, like because payments itself may be kind of this incredible like vertical for different kinds of technology bases, but it's also the basis for things like payments in games or payments in deep in infrastructure. Thinking about things even around loyalty programs, they need the same kind of RDBA asset protections and freezing and minting and burning that we have for the fungible asset standard, all possible now in this world. And that unlocks a massive number of use cases. And we're starting to work with some of those partners on interesting things to think about how do we use this technology across the space. And it's, I know everyone talks about, billions of users coming on chain. We've talked about before, there are 5 billion internet users out there, and we want to see every one of them using our technology. This is a big step forward towards that, for sure.
Hey, Avery, it's Brent here. So Sneezy and Atreyu usually start off their episode with a big introduction and why you need to use Petra Wallet. Go get yourself a Petra Wallet. So we got some avid Petra Wallet users in here, and I think it was you that tweeted, and I replied to it or retweeted it. How exciting it was to see at peak TPS, in the 6 to 12,000 TPS range, times in Petra Wallet that were ridiculously low. I think that blew a lot of people away, and would love to hear just a little tiny bit about everything that because for the past couple of months, a lot of teams have been working on that. Everything that kind of like had to come together for that amount of TPS over such a short. And a user is still seeing that really short transaction time and keeping the gas fees low.
Yeah, definitely, Brent. Thanks for bringing that up. First of all, just shout out to Petra, which is a damn good wallet out there. But I think you brought up the most important point, which is that we've seen other networks, try to perform at their peaks, and when they do, it causes a pretty degraded experience for not only that application but for other apps that are operating the system. And so for us to be able to show, like, hey, Tapos is having a great time, like, putting out thousands of transactions per second, and yet that doesn't disrupt your experience on Petra to send your NFTs from Brent to Avery. Avery.apt if you want to send me NFTs, just no kidding, no pressure. But that's not a problem. Sending coins around is not a problem. There's no changes in gas fees. There's no changes in success rates, which are continue to be high. And seeing that really shows people that this is a blockchain that's capable of internet grade capabilities. You can run a whole set of applications on it. It can power a whole bunch of things like a Visa type payment network, as well as supporting a deepen application or an NFT marketplace, and all of those at the same time. And so I think that is a really big change as well for the way we think about Web3 and the industry in general. And super exciting. This moment is something hopefully we all remember.
I don't think anybody's going to forget where they were August 19th.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting. Again, just kind of going back, a little bit, takes me back with Greg and others here, thinking a lot about our times in DM and getting close to shipping and launching. And, this is kind of a big part of that dream realized. And so it's something that does, got me really excited this morning. I'm sure got a lot of teammates excited. And this is also the beginning in many ways, right? There'll be other stables that will be coming to Aptos in different parts of the world. And this ability for us to transact globally with different kinds of currencies and be able to interoperate with those currencies in different parts of the world is the future of the internet. And we're excited to be a big part of that and build out infrastructure that supports this at scale.
Yeah, we'll go to Brent's hand.
Well, today is it's super exciting, and for that many years of hard work to go out into the wild and dreams that come to fruition. Very cool to invite Avery to a space where he can come and chill and then play him some pump up music. Avery, I would like to know if you are still calm as you're talking about one of the coolest things that you've been working on.
Well, Brent, what gets me excited also is seeing your beautiful face every day when I walk into the office. Brent is the first person in our office, folks. He comes in, I think, 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning. It's insane. True dedication, and he's always got a great smile there to welcome every one of us. But yeah, today's a little special just because we have finally been able to kind of announce that we've been working on for some period of time, and it's something that again is really exciting, but it's also the beginning. And I think hopefully this is a big unlock for us to go through a lot of doors going forward in the future.
Oh, that's amazing. I do have a question for you, but I did want to cherry pick a little bit on something you were talking about the web speed blockchain and Visa and payments and just the use cases. I think that's one of the most exciting things is this is a culmination of so much work and effort for you guys to bring this to the chain. And you alluded to it earlier, is now the fun starts. Now it's working with the builders here. And now that it's here, how are we going to build it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Going
going to be through a lot of you guys, honestly, right? I think, you know,
well,
we build
not this
out,
guy, but the guys in the audience. Yes,
yeah, the
those
guys in the
guys.
audience, absolutely. There's a ton of people here. You know, we see friends from different ecosystems as well. Love that. If you guys want to come up and chat, we'd love to chat with you as well. Um, you know, we're infrastructure. We're decentralized infrastructure that can support the needs of a growing internet. And our job is to keep pushing out groundbreaking technology that allows people to build out what they want to. And as we see payments and we see the new economy starting to accelerate, it's going to be a whole slew of things. And the DeFi space is going to accelerate. We're going to see TradFi accelerating. We're going to see road assets on chain coming forward. And as I mentioned, I think being able to support payments in a variety of different industries, from social to gaming to commerce and advertising and others, this is the underpinning of a lot of economies. And we think that this is going to be something that is the first of many announcements to come, but one that is obviously huge, just given the impact of USDT. It's the largest stablecoin out there by far, probably larger than all stables combined. And so we're really excited to work together with the other team and drive mass adoption here.
Yo, super bullish, super
Let's
freaking
go.
bullish.
Yeah, that made
Okay, I got to get to my question before I go to Brent's hand though. And you were talking about it bringing TradFi in. How massive is getting native stable to the effectiveness of something like Aptos Ascend, which is something that you guys have already put out with the KYC layer?
Oh, it's huge. It can't be overstated. I think Aptos Ascend is the idea that we can support different kinds of financial applications, including money movement, including kind of almost like networks on top of networks for different kinds of entities, countries, and others that want to experiment with how they think the money should move across different payments and users throughout the world. And having a native stable that is like, the most popular used out there is a big step forward for that project in general. Um, and furthermore, I'd say just being able to support the largest enterprise players in that space are looking at fees very carefully, looking at the latency, and looking at the scalability of this to their use cases, and being able to see that Aptos can support all three very easily, and it's kind of the world-class leader in those spaces. Gives them a lot of confidence that this is not something that's a future dream or something that will come in 5 years. It is something that can be done today on a public network with an actual very well-used stable that is doing well.
Well, and that's kind of it. Is you're not proving use of or proof of concept. You're proving that it works in real time and is ready to go. And
Exactly.
that's the pitch. A lot of places is theoretically we'll be able to do this.
100%.
move past testnet in some essence.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything starts with theory, of course, right? Like we start off with a theory. We start off then taking that theory and trying to turn to practice through different kinds of experimentation. We might publish a paper, and as it gets closer, we'll start to try out pushes of the software with validator operators and what we call a preview net. But the proof is really in the pudding when it comes to mainnet. And when you can show in mainnet that you have these capabilities of throughput, of scalability, of low cost, and low latency, and then of course having the ability to show those stables are coming on board and it's going to be coming on soon, that's I think when it really matters, right? That's when the rubber meets the road. You deliver on your promises, and unfortunately, a lot of our industry is still in the early phases, right, of the kind of theoretical stage, maybe more experimental phase. And we've got to get closer to like what the reality. Crypto's been around for 15 years. We've got to get to the point at which we can see that kind of utility and adoption happening across the board, and it starts with much better infrastructure.
I mean, do you think with the current advancements today, this is crucial for bridging the gap between basically blockchain tech and mainstream user adoption?
That's a great question. So I think the average website loads up, like high performing website loads in about 2.5 seconds. And being able to see like your transaction finish in say 100 milliseconds or under a second, let's say, is going to be faster than that most of the web objects there. And that's a big deal, right? So that means that if I build a website, a chunk of it can be powered by blockchain based backend. And that is a huge change in our inflection point for us as an industry going forward. So I think from a website perspective, again, from the inner perspective, you have 5 billion users who can start to see websites and their mobile apps and other things start to integrate the blockchain technology into things that are most important to users, whether it's going to be payments, it's going to be some kind of data provenance, or it's going to be permissions on chain to control my user data. all that can kind of be part of the same experience as their native, usage for the internet, and support a much stronger user-driven world of immutable ledgers.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly building in Web3 historically up until a certain point, maybe this point in particular, as Web3 infra or backend would be only something of a dream, and you'd have to build accordingly to that kind of idea, right? So I guess where we're going in the future could mean that your backend could be entirely powered by a smart contract, and that's no longer theory, which I think a lot of builders historically have, again, abstracted away the Web3 layer due to the complexities that come from the UX trade-off, basically, right? And now
Yeah.
we're kind of meeting it and surpassing it.
100%. I mean, you can kind of think of this, when Bitcoin kind of came about, it was a payments infrastructure. Ethereum added a smart contracts platform for it. And what we've been trying to do at Aptos is trying to build out more easier use for developers and for users to get on board at Web3, whether it's going to be technologies like TLIS, or even supporting things like no code indexing. There's a lot to do still here to improve the developer experience and the user experience. But definitely cost has been a blocker, latency has been a blocker, and scalability has been a blocker. But I think these things are no longer a blocker for the most interesting and scalable web apps in the world. As an example, Facebook generates like 4 billion pieces of content a day, at least it did a couple years ago. And being able to add, verification proofs of all that on chain would have been a dream before, but that's pretty much possible today. And these largest internet applications in the world, whether it's Facebook or Amazon or Google and others, can start to see the promise now where the fees are low enough, actually, where it might be comparable with cloud infrastructure or even cheaper in some cases. And as we start to see, pick and choose the things that are bringing the most utility and value to customers, we'll see some of those things start to transition to the largest use cases in the world. And we're super excited about all that, of course.
Dang, let's freaking go. Yeah, exactly. That's super exciting. I guess, it's been mentioned, I think, before, where it's, it's got Aptos has the ambition to become like the Web3 equivalent of cloud computing. So it seems like we're well on our way to becoming a reality. I guess, from what you just mentioned and what we've achieved so far, Aptos has achieved so far to this point, what are some of the other infrastructure challenges that like kind of have to be hit on or addressed to continue pushing down this path in the future? I guess now that we've kind of like hit some of the milestones, I guess some of the huge milestones.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the other thing is our team is super ambitious, and they want to keep pushing boundaries all the time. I mean, just set the record or whatever, or being 5 times or 6 times larger than the last transaction record is not enough. And thinking about what does 10x growth or 100x growth look like from here. I think one of the things that is a bit underestimated that we are trying to work really hard on is the indexing challenges in the space. When you have data on chain, it's great, it's committed, it's something that people can go and look up. But when you run a website or run a mobile app, you might need that data reorganized in a different way. You might need extractions and derivations of that data as well. And so being able to provide indexing solutions that can keep up with 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 transactions a second are not obviously easy solutions out there. We've been spending a lot of time trying to build out the infrastructure that allows people to build up those apps and think about how they want to organize their data in a way that makes sense for their portion of the world, whether they're watching NFTs or watching user accounts that transact on their site. There's a lot of really, really hard challenges there. And I think you only kind of hit them once you've exceeded these massive limits on the blockchain side. And then you realize, wow, I've got a lot of work to do on indexing to make sure that we can support these things that have already amplified. So let me give you an example. If I do a payment from me to you, Sneezy, of just 1 APT, it's a simple transaction for the blockchain. It might be 5, 10 transactions for an indexer to go ahead and reorganize that data into 5 or 10 different tables. Some of those are even maybe complex tables. And so if I'm doing 100,000 transactions on the blockchain, I might be doing 500,000 or 1 million transactions per second on the indexing side. So this is actually a very hard problem to solve. One that Web2 has actually spent a lot of time working on through things like kind of Google's BigQuery and other infrastructures out there. But there's a lot of work to do to kind of make it support blockchains very efficiently, especially at very low latency, so users can continue to use this infrastructure to build out amazing apps at scale.
Oh my gosh, let's freaking go. That is so amazing to hear.
Oh,
And I
how
get what
is
you're
it
saying.
possible that everybody on the technical side of Aptos is able to explain this crazy high level shit in a way that I can understand it and make sense of it and be blown away by it? Like that's a kudos to you. That's a kudos to Greg, Aptos, like the whole team. You guys.
You kind of
Well,
It's
simplify
one
and
thing for you
make it
guys to be
super
super
easy.
smart. It's another thing for you to be able to be super smart and engage someone like me who does not have a high technical capacity.
First of all, don't sell yourself short, sir. But I think the other thing is that at the end of the day, we're just all humans, right? We're all trying to build something that we believe is ultimately very beneficial to society. And I think one of the coolest things about this space is its ability to get software engineers very close to end users, and to allow us to understand, what they're looking for, what matters to them, and also the same thing with developers. We're working directly with those teams and with those people, and it forces us to really make sure we can, talk about what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to build a decentralized public utility that everyone can use, that everyone can participate in, no matter where you're from, no matter where you live, no matter what you do. It should be cheap enough for everybody to transact on. It should be something that everyone can use. And it's not easy and it's going to take time, but we are working as fast as we can to make that future a reality today.
Yo, there's your clip, Atreyu, for YouTube. That might be the most bullish shit I've ever heard. Like, let's go.
Let's go. uh,
Okay, we gotta go. Pecker's arm's gonna fall. No, okay, hold on. Brent's got his hand
wait.
back up. He had his hand up way, way back. So we're gonna go Brent, Pecker, a person.
Well, first of all, I think Pecker's hand is the fake one, right?
Yeah,
It's on the
Jake,
wrong.
Oh my goodness. We're still going to him.
You got
We're still
tricked
going
in
to
the
him.
big
You
face.
got
You're nervous,
played.
man. You're nervous tonight.
We're still going
Hey,
to
so
him.
I've heard Avery mention twice like the impact of builders and developers. And Sneezy, I heard you try to sell yourself short. So I'm up here to. This is
Well,
your
hold on.
slap in the
Time out,
face.
time out, time out. I have my strengths. They're not on the technical side though.
Oh, dude, I think you are so tuned into the ecosystem. Like you're going to Aptos Experience because you're so tuned in and you are guiding that building process. And Atreyu, you are working on building some really cool stuff. I hope Atreyu, can you give Avery your elevator pitch, or is this putting you on the spot too much?
Oh,
maybe
and I thought I was
maybe
nervous tonight.
Yo, I just want to. Okay, wait. Okay, I'll leave it at. It was one of the cooler. It was one of the cooler things I've seen on Aptos Avery, with amazing potential and a builder that is using many aspects of what the blockchain provides. I'll name a few that are not specifically related to Atreyu. Wink, wink, Atreyu. Wink, wink. But your keyless, your randomness, high TPS, all of that together, and Atreyu is working on something very cool. So. That's my shill of Atreyu just for a minute. And then, whoa, bro, Pecker does have his hand up now. Look at that. He's high-fiving himself.
raising the roof. Thanks, Brent. Love you, bro. Yeah, I mean, we'll leave it there.
We gotta hear this pitch sometime, man. We gotta hear this pitch sometime.
Okay, all right, sometime for sure.
No,
In person, over to
if you
you.
don't do it, I'm gonna do it for you, and you don't want me doing it for you.
No, he doesn't have to do it on the spot though. But yeah.
Oh, I absolutely am open to giving the pitch, but right now, this is not maybe the moment for the pitch, as I I love you guys so very much. But Brent, you hit the nail on the head on a bunch of the things, and Avery, I absolutely would love to show you, demo, do all the things, so you can get some eyes on it. And,
I'm always here for that. I'm here for that.
This is why they call it Alpha After Dark. That's actually the new name of the show is Alpha After Dark. So
Brent dropping the alpha, and I'm all here for it. Let's go. A person before your arm falls off. Jeez.
No, good. I just wanted to say this is what makes me bullish on Aptos is this exactly the connections between all levels of the chain, right? It's beautiful to me just to see a space where everybody can come together, ask questions, and meet each other. Like we are the most important part. The tech is awesome. It's beautiful. It's amazing. They're awesome. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But being part of this makes me feel like super special, super early. I was on another chain for quite a while, and just there's no place that feels like Aptos at all out there. The people are so amazing. The connections are so easily attainable for everybody. A lot of people put a lot of effort out just to put the effort out, and so I think it's awesome. I just wanted to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us. It really means a lot more that probably anybody will say. But it's super cool to see that people actually care about the stuff that we work day in and day out on. Is really awesome. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming and hanging out, everybody, but especially you, Avery. It's just it's amazing, man. So thank you very much.
Oh, it's totally my pleasure, man. I enjoy these moments. I enjoy spending time with y'all. I mean, I may look like I just am a super nerd and I want to sit at my desk all day and do design docs and talk with the team about all the hard challenges, but this is what motivates everyone in our team. I mean, just being able to work with you all and see what you're building and support you as best as we can, and continue to push up from the infrastructure side what we think are hopefully things that are useful to you, and also taking your feedback. That's what gets us pumped and excited and ready to start the day every morning.
Okay, so I have to ask. I mean, there was a fun thought experiment, Avery. I'm just gonna throw it in here. Wait, oh my gosh, there's hands. There's more hands. Greg's hand. Sorry. Oh man, I was about to just take that and run with it. But Greg, over to you. And then Broke Pecker actually does have his hand up this time. And then also Tapas is up here. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always glad to wake up every morning and start on a Twitter space with you guys or end my day with a Twitter space with you guys. I just wanted to say shout out to all the people, especially thanks for chatting a person. I'm waiting for your rings. Maybe I'll buy one and ship it to Avery too and make sure he gets one and then, like, force him to wear it. Hopefully his wife doesn't get angry. And then
September 5th.
I do want to shout out also to all the people listening. I'm glad you guys come here to go and listen to all these guys chatter on and on. If you do have technical questions, I'm going to give a shout out to check out Office Hours next week on Monday. We've been doing it every week this month, so please check it out. And I think we have some more spaces coming up soon, so hopefully that should be exciting. And now I'll send it back to you guys to go and make sure Brooke Pecker doesn't break both his hands.
Okay, well, hold on. I got to give you a shout out because it's absolutely been awesome having office hours back. I can't usually come up and talk, but that's also just a place I like to go and listen to you guys talk because I'm just going to derail your conversations. But amazing conversations, and you're doing real work connecting grassroots with the community and helping people with real questions, but people who are also trying to build. And if you're not doing stuff like that, you're not that it's not going to happen because that's bullshit. It's very easy to connect and get the help here, but you just make it that much easier for everybody.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. You know what? It grounds me whenever you're on, ask me about something, and I have to explain it like I'm 5. That really makes sure that I actually know how to explain what I'm talking about instead of just spewing a bunch of technical terms and confusing the hell out of everyone.
Yo, explaining like you're 5, is that more for me or is that for Sneezy?
For you too, Brent. For you too.
Thanks, buddy.
It's for all of us.
That's one of the reasons I
The
love
answer is yes.
you. It's for everybody.
Yo, last night was last night for me. I heard you trying to explain like a 3.
Yeah, I did go pretty low.
Wait, can I go now?
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
sorry.
you can jump in.
Yo, what up, Avery? Thanks for coming in. Yo, shout out to everybody that's here. Yo, I have a question, Avery. Like, I guess most of the people in this space right now are like NFT maxis, and like, there's a clear vision when it comes to like DeFi and like the with the way the Aptos team is moving, making connections, and it's pretty clear that you guys are trying to tackle like TradFi, and that's where a lot of like people are like, I guess, building on. The vision, like the roadmap is pretty clear, but when it comes to NFT, it's pretty like vague, and people are just building like things that they can come up with, and I think that's a pretty good like I guess way to go. But my question is like, what's like the Aptos vision when it comes to NFT? Like, where would NFT play like in the future for the Aptos blockchain?
First of all, I appreciate you being an FT Max in Aptos. It's a very, very cool space. If you look deep into it, there's a lot of really neat things going on there. Um, I would say there's a lot here, right? So even thinking about USDT and how that hopefully can help stimulate the NFT market by providing better channels of payments, liquidity, interesting contracts in the future around auctions and things like that. We're working on some cool stuff. Don't want to give away too much alpha, but I think there'll be some interesting things in that space. I think that's one area that we're really excited about. And NFTs just generally, like you've seen what Town Square has done with composable NFTs. We've been pushing standards out there in that space. Also thinking about how NFTs can be used for different use cases in AI or for even media and entertainment use cases. Think about our partnerships with NBC Universal and areas we might push there, as well as other things like loyalty programs in South Korea that we've been working with a lot of the large conglomerates on with. There's a lot to do there, and it's a space that we continue to invest in. It may not be as obvious, but definitely through our use of CNFTs, CNFTs, the corpus that we're working with to drive different specific use cases in that area, and then also the verticals I mentioned. It's something that is really important to us, and we'll continue to push it as best as we can with your help, of course.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty excited with a lot of things that's going on with Aptos, like a lot of new stuff coming out of the NFT space. And yo, I see the Noshi down there. Yo, Troy's back, man. Gotta get him.
Oh, okay. Not now. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my gosh, we got some serious legends up here though. Holy
no,
cow.
seriously, I'm like the hands that we have to get to, like insane. And Tapos, then Jewel, then JC. What's going on, Tapos? Thank you for the
What's happening?
transactions. Thank you for the
Legends.
TPS.
Yeah, hi guys. Super happy to be here, and thank you everyone for supporting Tapos for our last launch. And we are super excited that Tapos is the first fully on-chain game, which represents the next revolutions of game on blockchain. Previously, if you guys have heard of CryptoKitty, and basically the vision is bringing game to blockchain, but CryptoKitty is the idea was ahead of its time, and it wasn't feasible due to Ethereum high gas fee and transaction delay. So when it comes to the advanced technology of Aptos, Tapos were able to leverage the technologies and deliver like seamless experience for users. We were able to bring up on about like 20K plus user in just 3 days, handle million of transactions, generate like 500 million of transactions within 3 days, and sustain like 5K TPS for hours. And at the peak, it was I think around like 12K TPS, and the gas fee is super cheap. It's like 0.0005. So in my mind, like Aptos, the cat basically embodies a new era of blockchain gaming with a lot of efficiency and scalability. And Aptos is the only chain that is possible to deliver the game.
Man, it's so great to meet you and talk to you, Tapas folks. I've only talked with you on Twitter, but very good to hear your voices. And you guys have accomplished some incredible achievements that are just blowing away standards and records across the space. These aren't simple transactions either. They're complex transactions that require access to global state when you count together. No other blockchain can do this the way you guys have done it. And kudos to your team for sure.
Yeah, thank you. It's amazing to see like our name like actually show up on all the different graphs. So like whenever you see the pic like of daily transaction, and it have like the Tapos name right next to it. So it was really exciting to see it.
I am only frustrated about one thing, which is that I could not get high enough on the leaderboard. There's some people that clearly are kicking my butt at Tapas Cat, and I'm gonna do better next game. I'm resolved to really put in more effort to tap to try to get better here. So we gotta have another round, Tapas, please.
Yeah,
no, I'm with Avery.
Yeah,
definitely with Avery.
Yeah, for sure. We welcome everyone to join and supporting Tapos, and can't wait to announce more exciting in the future.
Let's go. Thank you so much for coming up. Absolutely legendary. Showing the feasibilities of what's going on and the possibilities of on-chain gaming. It is incredibly exciting.
Yo, and just to echo Avery, just straight congratulations. Like, yeah, like your app is responsible for the bulk of the transactions that have been breaking all those records. Like, truly impressive.
Yeah, thank you, and sorry anyone like for like getting like a lot of transaction about Tapos. And I heard a lot from our partners that when they go to explore, all they see Tapos transactions, so it's really hard for them to navigate. But it truly shows the ability of how Tapos and Aptos work together and bring on more fully on-chain games to blockchain.
So that gave me such sorry not sorry vibes, and I'm so here for it.
So excited. This is it. Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna go. Actually, I was gonna say we'll go to Jewel. They have some big news, but so does JC in Town Square. So let's go to Jewel's hand, and then we'll go to JC. And again, welcome to Aptos Alpha After Dark.
GM all, he's Sneezy. Hi Avery, hi Greg, lot of familiar faces. I've been trying to on this space like since a long time, and I guess what a day to be here. The day when we are live on our mainnet and finally making it to this Aptos After Dark, because Sneezy used to send me the invite and then the reminder for each week or something, and I used to like kind of miss it, or the time was not used to be like perfect for me at that time. But yeah, anyways, let's start.
Glad you made it.
As you all guys know, I will shamelessly like plug in myself because we are finally live on mainnet after eight months of hard work development from my great team. Like couldn't be like thankful enough to each and every person. And again, for development, what you need is a kick-ass tech. To for that kick-ass tech, you need a kick-ass document. I'll give a huge shout out to that documentation, as like Greg is also here and our entire team at Aptos Labs. uh, what we have been shipping in testnet. We got some crazy
Jewel, is it me, Sneezy?
No, I think we lost them.
Yeah,
He started
unfortunately,
crackling.
same. But man, those guys are kicking some butt, and yeah, it's 8 months to a launch. Very exciting product. People should check it out for sure.
Pin to the top. Let's go. Huge day for going live as well. That's exciting as all heck. So congratulations to the Jewel team on getting the mainnet. Freaking so excited for you guys to get over into it. I'm sure everyone's feeling electric today.
Now the
Crazy
fun
day.
starts.
What a
Now
freaking
the
good
fun
day. Holy
starts.
cow.
Yeah, how pumped do you think they were today? Wake up and see the USDT announcement. Our silver
I
tea
love it.
kettle. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
All right.
go.
What's going on,
JC?
JC? Did you have anything going on today? How was your day?
Oh, today was amazing. Starting off from the morning, it was big. Because I think we're all on like in North American time zones, right? So the cool sloth mint happened this morning, and like it was, I would say, just from our experience, like I've minted like a lot of NFTs on Aptos, and this time we were very concerned before the mint that because a lot of people have like dozens of whitelist slots, and they would have to mint all those slots, they would have to like send dozens of transactions. But I think what this mint really showed earlier today was that the throughput and the design of Aptos blockchain really can handle consumer grade mint experiences. Like for people that had a lot of whitelist slots, they were able to mint like 40 NFTs in a single transaction, and the gas fee in that transaction would still be below like 0.0001 USD worth like equivalent worth of like USDC, right? So the mint experience was extremely good for a lot of the users. We received like zero complaints. Like there was no user complained to us like the mint experience was bad from a throughput, scalability, or performance standpoint. The only complaints that we had was people had too many like whitelist slots. But from that angle, that's a good complaint. Meaning that a lot of people were able to pretty much mint all of their slots within like 2 transactions, right? So that's super like good NFT experience and creator facing like aspect feature of the Aptos blockchain, right? So and not only like are we doing innovations in the NFT space like with CNFT based on Aptos objects, but also like many of you may have experienced the various like transaction features on the Town Square app as well. Like Sneezy definitely has tried multiple times and has DM'd me multiple times, like how he has received tips from other users on the Town Square app, and how he has also sent tips to other users, like just and the transaction of each the gas cost of each transaction like being super low. So I think when it comes to the consumer side of the use cases on performance blockchains like Aptos, these use cases are just like not going to be possible go on a regular EVM chain, right? So and this definitely gives developers and project teams more flexibility and freedom to provide Web2 grade, consumer grade experiences. I think, just on the creator side, once you open up the use case of tipping, there's a lot more applications that you can build. And once you open up the option to do like batch minting, like 40, even 100 NFTs in a single transaction for the mint, then you open up like a mass adoption use cases like ticketing, like like token issuances, etc. Right. So I think once you get to this like modular parallel infrastructure, there's a lot more freedom that you get as a developer, as a product team. And like something we will gradually do that is already underway is Town Square application um, will start like will start will start its journey of full decentralization, meaning that there are still parts of the app that are off chain, but going forward there will be more parts that will be on chain, starting off with the profile with the user profile, right? So currently, if you are on CRED, your profile is still off chain, but very soon you'll be able to mint your on chain profile on the Aptos blockchain, and at a very low gas cost, right? And then soon after that, you'll be able to have your on chain connections, your friend connections on the blockchain as well, stored as a piece of metadata in your profile, in your on-chain profile. So the flexibility of having the low gas cost and also a scalable infrastructure enables use cases like this. So even if we have like more components of an application on chain, we can still avoid like a degradation on the user experience, and that's simply not possible on the regular EVM blockchains or even on some non-EVM blockchain, right? So yeah, but today has been a super good day. There has been like when people were like claiming airdrops on Solana, for example, like they were complaining about like transaction fail multiple times before they were able to claim. And today we sort of just were able to handle like 40 mints in a single transaction on Aptos. So when you sort of juxtapose the user experience available on like blockchains like Solana versus like Aptos, this is already impressive and astonishing enough. So I think going down in the next quarter and going forward into 2025, the payment use cases on Aptos with USDC and potentially other stablecoins, and just adoption grade use cases, IRL. I think these will drive the ecosystem narrative, and we're definitely actively seeking more partners to leverage these use cases as well. And to like, I think payment, there's like you cannot like I tweeted earlier in a post. I said you cannot not get excited about the possibility of payment use cases with USDT and the scalability of the Aptos infrastructure, right? So if you guys remember like the stats of the usage of USDT as a stablecoin, mostly has been used to pay salaries like for Web3 people. Like I remember when I was working at a market maker in 2021, 90% of my company's salaries were paid in USDT on the Tron blockchain, simply because it was fast, it was very low cost, and members like we had like company colleagues based in Africa, and they all loved using USDT on Tron. So like Tron sort of as a blockchain survived just by being a very scalable, cheap option to handle like USDT transactions, right? Obviously, Tron had very other issues, but then just imagine even cheaper, more scalable versions and safer version than the Tron blockchain, with USDT. I think the payment narrative, the payment use cases here are simply unlimited. I can only imagine the impact like USDT on Aptos will make in emerging markets like India, Nigeria, Southeast Asia, etc. I think if executed well, USDT but just by itself, like as a payment asset, will be able to drive millions of people to use blockchain, to use Web3. Like what I think a lot of people in the developed parts of the world didn't realize how big like payment use case is. But if you are someone in the emerging market in Africa, in Southeast Asia, in South Asia, you really then do get to appreciate, the freedom that on-chain stablecoins can afford you with no government central bank limitation on how much of a foreign exchange amount the cap they place on that annually on your bank account, and there's no cross-border checks by the various banks, right? So I think in terms of payment use cases, this is really disruptive. Yeah, obviously there's been talk about other blockchains using like stablecoins as well, but then I think we really haven't seen anything as disruptive as what we saw today with the news.
That's a lot, JC. But one question: is this some alpha that payments are coming to Town Square, tipping creators?
Oh, it's already on. It's already released
Oh,
as a feature.
I've been making it rain on Town Square.
Not with USDT yet, but
Not
hopefully
USDT, no.
Okay, coming soon.
Oh,
Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, we all caught that at the same time. Well played, sir.
Right. So Aptos Pay on Town Square. The next WeChat, the next super app is happening at Town Square.
Yeah, for context, I'll just share one thing. At Facebook, we definitely want to look at how people could tip each other using something like a blockchain-based method. It's something that you can't support from a social media perspective because doing traditional Rails it doesn't scale. You can't have millions or billions of people that are receiving payments through a centralized entity. This is something that crypto really enables and supports, and it's really amazing to see now that with this technology, we can do that on things like Town Square. And really excited to see what happens. Maybe it means something like streaming payments are possible, or subscriptions, or other kinds of things, new ways of compensating creators, as well as people who produce interesting content out there for others. And so hopefully Town Square and others in that space can really start to innovate with functionality that's available to them now.
Thanks for the shout out, Avery. We'll keep grinding.
Let's go. We need Town Square's auditorium.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Huge day, GC. Thanks for coming up, man. This is super exciting. And yeah.
I'm also
huge
super happy
take.
to see like multiple sloths in the space here. I see like 4. Maybe there is more in the audience, but yeah, I'm glad to see like the sloth species gradually start to dribbling in to the Aptos ecosystem. We need to adopt this cool culture.
Oh, dude,
Cool, calm, collected.
I think we're all just excited to be able to play the game.
Oh yeah, how about that? Like we just really wanted to have this very unique experience for the minters, for the holders of the token. Obviously, Avery already seeded us with the idea yesterday. But like he really wanted to have like a sort of a game playable with sloth, and we are already starting off with a game for sloth bowl holders now. So like you don't need to have sloth even to play the game. You just need to have balls.
Yeah,
I guess you do that for every game. Every game
There's
is
balls
balls.
everywhere right now.
Thanks, JC, for sharing
Well,
that.
that is one way to go.
Yeah, okay, before Angel's arm falls off. What's up, Angel? I miss
What's
you,
up,
bro.
Angel?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. No, hey everyone. First, I wanted to say awesome work to Sneezy and Atreyu in doing these spaces over the last several months. The consistency has paid off with all the guests you've had on, culminating in the high point today with Dr. Avery Ching as a guest of honor. So well done. And then I wanted to say hello to Avery. This is one of your global community managers, Angel. I just wanted to say thank you for driving the industry forward when it comes to technology and blockchain. And I want to ask two brief questions. One, what are you most looking forward to when it comes to the Aptos experience that is coming in 2 weeks? And next year will be 2025, surely a pivotal year for blockchain and AI development. What are you most looking forward to for Aptos in 2025? Thank you very much, Avery, and thank you, Sneezy and hi, Atreyu.
Oh, good to hear from you, buddy. Two good questions. Aptos experience. If I drop any alpha, my marketing team is gonna come and chop my head off in the middle of the night. So I'm not gonna do that. But I'll just say, suffice to say, the venue is dope. The speakers are incredible, and there will be alpha dropped for sure. So definitely, if you're in the area, if you haven't registered, come check it out. I think we might be over registered, but anyway, try and see what happens. And if not, reach out to your favorite Aptos folks and see what we can do to help you out. And the second thing is just throughout the rest of the 2024, I think we're going to be seeing the team, like I said, is very ambitious. They're excited about where they are today, but they're not going to stop pushing. We'll see new milestones being hit in latency, in throughput, in indexing support. We're going to see a lot of new products coming to market. Whether it's going to be things like Town Square adopting payment rails with USDT. We're going to see many different types of new applications being launched, I think, in both the DeFi and the TradFi space. So lots to come. I think also, we're trying to push a bit more in AI. AI has been overhyped to some degree. It is something that also has been, misunderstood in the space. There are definitely some interesting efforts out there that are going to hopefully come to fruition and start to help users regain control over their data, help them also start to see, what's possible with respect to verifiable content and data lineage. And there's a lot to come, right? So the other thing I would add is for 2025, we're thinking about a very new paradigm for how we think about smart contracts programming, how we think about decentralized applications in general. And I do not want to spill you off on that at all. So I'm going to just hold on to that thought and just say there's a lot to come. Keep an eye on our Twitter posts. Keep an eye on what we talk about. And I couldn't be more pumped for what's coming next.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, you know how to leave a cliffhanger.
Let's go. Wow. Okay. I mean, how do you even take the next part on that,
How do you
Sneezy?
follow that up? No, what we didn't do was the intro. So we should hit the reset as an intro.
All right. Let's. You ready? Let's do that. All right. So if this is your first time here, welcome to Aptos After Dark, where we discuss everything going on Aptos over the past week, every week, joined with amazing humans and individuals like Avery and everyone else that's joined us on today's episode 24, hosted by myself, Atreyu, and Sneezy. Welcome.
That's what's up. One thing you're not going to find here is any financial advice, just a bunch of people hanging out, cool people talking about cool things that we're all excited about. Not financial advice, but if you do enjoy anything that we are talking about, get a Petra wallet and get involved. You'll find pretty much everything you need to get going. You can find dApps sorted through DeFi, through NFT. You can go to the community events, find out what mints are going on, what games are being dropped, what spaces are happening. Just, yeah, one-stop shopping. So if you want to get involved, get a Petra wallet, get going.
Let's go. And one selfless plug for us, I guess, is please throw us a like and subscribe on YouTube if you are enjoying the content. If you're interested and curious about what's happening on Aptos, we, as mentioned, are trying to report and share everything that's happening and somehow getting this Aptos Alpha After Dark nickname here. So stay tuned, hang out, like, subscribe, share any content. Soon Spotify. Let's go. Back to the show.
If we, just quick aside.
Oh yeah, I know. I think I know where you're going.
If we were gonna pull one up to start for Spotify, this would probably be the one.
Yeah, maybe this is episode 1 of Spotify.
Yeah,
Are you guys? So. What do you guys think? Let's go.
Well, it's either going to be this one or the next one.
I love it. I love it. All right, room reset. Onwards and upwards. I've been holding back this, and I'm gonna just bring it right back into maybe not theory. I'm not really sure here. I'm gonna pin something to the top if it's okay. around a thought experiment shared by initially the Jewel finance team, but then quote retweeted by you, Avery. So maybe the tweet we'll just say is a fun thought experiment for Aptos. Imagine the safety of the Apple Store powered by signals from a decentralized community. Anyone can vote on apps for a variety of dimensions, and their votes could be weighted by their address, history, reputation, including installs, optionally as a form of voting and/or staking type protocols. Any user can select the level of risk they accept, interpret the data up to their liking. Lots of possibilities. Voting powered by parallelized Aptos aggregator magic would easily scale to everyone. See Papos. I am super curious about just generally this entire thought experiment here, just as a maybe continuation, or anything else you want to share around like this thought experiment here, as it is pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean to double click into something, but just to see.
No, this is a great question. I love when our ecosystem like thinks of a cool idea. So kudos to Liquid and Joel Finance for throwing something fun on the weekend. And sometimes it's also great for me to procrastinate, work on things I should be doing. I'll jump on something else and to share my raw thoughts. And it's something that we've actually talked about for a while. I'm sure many of you are aware of a partnership with Jambo Phone, with Aptos, and thinking through, what's interesting about the Apple Store and the Android stores that are out there. I think one of the biggest things about Apple Store that it does well is its ability to help provide a very safe experience for its users. Right? There are very few untrusted apps there. They do a good job of kind of making sure that customers are well protected. But I think that in a decentralized form, we could do as good, if not a better job, and give more control to users thinking about how things could be done, right? So if you have the ability for different kinds of signals to be used about what is safe to use, what you'd want to be interested in, and what your risk tolerance is as a user, it would give you a lot more flexibility into kind of the different types of apps that would be useful for you and for someone else in your family. It could be different, right? And that's totally fine. And then just thinking about the Aptos stack and some of the unique advantages of its ability to scale to billions of people, to support voting in a way that would be really great for prediction markets. If someone wants to build something out there, I think Aptos is probably the best infrastructure for building out the next prediction market. They can support everyone in the world. I think that gets really, really interesting. And so hopefully it gives people ideas in the ecosystem to start building fun stuff. And we'd love to see, hopefully, some of you folks start to take an interest in this area and help us to break new ground in the industry.
Heck yeah. When prediction markets? I love that. Thanks Avery for jumping into kind of a totally random question, but yeah, much appreciated as we open up what's possible here. And that, I think again provides the opportunity of a decentralized format and a unique use case that is now possible basically at a scale that otherwise wouldn't be. So it is just curious and interesting.
Yeah, always
Sneezy?
fun to do these smart thought experiments for sure.
I love it. I love a good thought experiment, and I love seeing what super smart people put for their ideas.
Sneezy, I have a question for you, actually. I may
Oh
have
dear.
not come to show enough, but tell us a little bit about, maybe for those of you who don't know, a little bit about your name. How did you come with Sneezy?
Honestly, random, not even something that like I carried with me before I created this Twitter account. My old PlayStation handle was JBZ. So I didn't want to go BZ. So I went Sneezy, and I figured whatever, there's like the dwarfs and all that stuff. I don't know. There really wasn't a whole lot of thought gone into it. Like I started this account 3 years ago when I bought my first NFT on crypto.com NFTs and created it just to take part in what that community was doing in Twitter with spaces and just, yeah, that's kind of the start into my NFT journey. But I had no idea I was going to find Aptos and become as active and in love with the chain and the people on it as I was. I may have picked something different, but here we are. Three years later, I'm Sneezy.
No, that's a good story, man. I love the name, and if you're one of the dwarfs, we got to meet the other 6 others and figure out who they are.
Well, I'm hoping to bump into you in Seoul. I'm going to be at the experience. I can't
Heck
wait,
yeah. Heck yeah.
dude. I can't wait to go and take as many recordings. Hopefully, I can figure out how to get international roaming on my phone in time. But I would love to do some live streams and stuff during some of the conversations, like especially when Visa is going to be talking. I've been talking about how I'm excited for them to be speaking on Aptos and Aptos Move. Now that has a completely different context. I'm like very, very excited. They've probably moved to the top of some of the speakers I'm excited to hear. But yeah, no, like Arthur Hayes is going to be there. I'm very excited. There's been a lot of teasing about uh, how he feels the future of Aptos and what it's going to look like. And I think a, a lot of the spaces talked about it, but like institutional money coming into the space and what that's going to mean for Aptos independently moving forward from some of the cycles. Yeah, just bullish. I forget where I was going. Oh, I know where I was going. I was going to say we haven't talked enough about NFTs for me tonight. And Pecker was asking about use cases and what cool things are going on in NFTs. And he shouted out Denoshi, but he didn't talk about what Denoshi's doing with Sparks and NFT lending coming to Aptos and being able to unlock liquidity in NFTs that you're holding. And I see Denoshi up here, and I wonder if he would maybe like to share a word or two with us.
Here, here. Here,
Yo,
here.
thanks for the toss. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't. Was Avery cutting out, or was that just me?
No, I was just encouraging you, Denoshi, to share the love. Tell us what you're up to, man.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me up here, boys. It's a pleasure. Super excited, man. I've never been more bullish on Aptos than I am today, and it'll be the same way tomorrow. I'll never be more excited tomorrow. So, yeah, dude, Aptos, Maverick, Eon Labs, we're just cooking, man. We never plan on stopping. We put a little thought into the name. Eon means forever, and so yeah, we'll be here. You know, I'm young. We just launched Sparks, which is young as well. We're still learning. We're not the most technical guys, so we're learning. You know, there's curves and bumps, but yeah, we just plan on getting better over time and continuing to release things and continuing to take part and contribute to Aptos. And there's nothing better when you have some bright guys at the top, you know, and so kind and so welcoming. So yeah, man, I'm just excited to be here. Excited to build alongside all of you guys. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, man. Love hearing your voice and hearing what you're up to. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and that's great to hear you guys. I'll see you again here soon, Avery. I'm sure whenever you guys get back to the States and start hosting some awesome things over here. But yeah, dude, it's awesome to see you guys here talking about all of these amazing things. Super excited for the Sloth. Super excited for Town Square. Just so much amazing things building on Aptos.
Well, we don't stop. I mean, I think today the new node software is going out 118. New enum types, consensus observer, going to see better latency, as if it wasn't fast enough. But yeah, man, we keep pushing. We keep pushing.
You know, you got, everyone on Aptos, we're always doing like frequent version upgrades. Like with this kind of like approach, it really does, I feel like, helps maintain a lot of innovation. You guys keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible, like you just mentioned. Like it's not needed to be, it's like not fast enough already. But I guess, for those that maybe in traditional software or anything like that, I mean, what's your kind of take when it comes to building in this type of model or framework that, I think is pretty disruptive and also interesting and fun? So yeah.
That's a great question. I mean, I think on one hand, I know it does irritate some of our users and developers, so I apologize for that. We keep changing things all the time, but we think of it as a kind of like a self-upgrading database. It just keeps getting faster, it keeps getting more functionality, and it keeps getting more usable for everyone out there. And so our goal is to keep giving you the best tools in the space, the best infrastructure out there to build out the most innovative and creative and most scalable apps to the world so that we can reach every single one of those 5 billion internet users. And so we're going to keep pushing that direction. And there's just a lot of innovation left for us. A lot of the team comes up with new ideas all the time. We have absolute geniuses everywhere, thinking of new crazy ideas that are going to really change the game for how people think about Web3. And the great thing about them is also we start to roll these ideas out very incrementally, and so it allows people to see these ideas kind of quickly come to fruition and understand, and also get feedback from the community about what's useful, what's not, how should we change it, how can we make it better for you, and keep innovating towards your feedback. And so whether it's lower gas fees or better functionality in the Move language, or better support for the prover or lower latency. If you guys keep wanting us to push on latency even more, we'll keep doing it, and we'll keep making a better experience for everyone.
Amazing. I mean, we got to progress from the Ferrari to, I think, the rocket next. I'm pretty sure that's the next, it seems like where you guys are trying to go. So
Yeah, I like that. So the Ferrari will start to get some wings eventually. It'll start to get some rockets on there, and one day it won't look like a Ferrari anymore. It'll just be a rocket ship taking off to Mars, and that will be the way the journey happens. And it will not just transform all at once, but it'll be pieces at a time. So you can see those improvements, and you can see the direction we're heading in, and we can get that feedback to make sure we're building the right rocket ship for everyone.
It is really cool to see the governance side of things and how open everyone is and how AIPs are continuously moving forward, and the public forum that is offered there for anyone to contribute, see, participate, provide feedbacks. It's very cool to see that you're continuously building publicly, as you mentioned, as a public good for everybody. And I mean, that says a lot in some essence of the team, the ethos, and the steps that you're as a team taking to progress forward, which is great because it isn't, I don't think that was a choice, if I had to guess, right? To do a lot of what everyone's doing here. So that's a great thing for everyone to, I think, see, at least that's not within the team itself.
100%, 100%. I mean, you can't build a public utility for everyone if it's not something that everyone can participate in, give their feedback, build on their own, and also kind of see that progress happening all the way from inception of an idea to production and deployment into a network. It's just not possible. So a great call out. It's something that we intentionally do. It does take a little bit more work sometimes, but we feel very well worth it to help people understand where the network's headed and how they can participate.
Pinning that to the top for anyone that does want to view, visit, participate.
I wanted to do a quick shout out, since you said about participating. Make sure everyone does keep in mind that they can participate in the voting, either by delegating the vote to somebody else or voting directly through their stakes tokens on, I think it's GovScan is the one. Additionally, if you do have ideas and things that you want to put in, the AIP process is fully open. We already have a couple community AIPs that were proposed, including one by JC down there himself for the sloths, as well as I believe Alex from Macania has one coming up soon. So please, everyone, we want everyone to be involved. We want all the feedback and also all the input from everyone in the community.
So absolutely.
By the way, I want to send some kudos up the chain of command to Avery. Avery, in case you don't know, like Greg and David, they're one of the most like community friendly engineers at Aptos. I think we definitely need more people like them to be more community engaged. I think just learning from the success stories of the great ecosystems that have existed before Aptos, like these are the kind of people that really push not just the tech stack of the blockchain forward, but the availability of developer tools on the community level forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise well noted. These are exceptional folks, and we are very proud to have them on our team. Hopefully, we can train more folks on the team to be able to recreate a lot of their success to larger sets of ecosystem projects, for sure.
So, just to add on to what Greg was saying, I got to plug Petra Wallet for making it super easy to be able to take part in the votes. Again, get a Petra
100%.
Wallet. If you're interested in anything we're talking about, get a Petra Wallet. Super easy to keep track of everything going on.
Yeah, Brent from Petra Wallet is doing amazing for the community as well. He has given us very helpful advice on how to deal with Apple's App Store review team. Oh my God, that was a pain in the neck.
One day, sir.
You said it, I was thinking. Usually it's the other way around.
No, Brent is great, and the Petra team, of course, builds a very high quality product. So kudos to them. So thanks for that call out again.
What a
I easily could ask like at least a few more questions, but I also don't want to pepper Avery too much here with all these questions. So I don't know. Do we want to? Can I ask a gaming question, Avery?
I'm open for any questions, anything.
Yes. Okay, let's go. With Tapas, with other games consistently, like basically JC just came up. And the game that he's building with Town Square and with the Sloss, like it's awesome to see the interest and the growing interest of gaming now pushing harder and faster than and moving faster than ever before. I guess I am curious on any type of considerations or thoughts or unique features that you may see being offered when it comes to the game development or game dev side of the house moving forward, I guess, as this becomes more and more of a consideration, especially on-chain gaming, and what now we've proven. I think the concept is now showing clearly that what can be done. So I am curious.
Yeah, great question. I think we've seen almost two forms of, or maybe two or three forms of gaming in the last couple of years. So one thing is for sure, Web2 games are taking interest in Web3 elements. I think we've seen that with a couple of different games. There are native Web3 games being built out like supervillains. There are kind of more like Web3, kind of quick, hyper casual games like Tapas Cat. And all of these areas are kind of developing very rapidly. One thing that we have is a couple technologies that we're excited about. One, of course, is randomness. Almost every game has an element of randomness to it, and being able to prove that that randomness element is verifiably random, especially in things that you think more about, kind of casinos or other kind of more chance-based games, it is just adds a new dimension to the trust and verifiability of such a game on the internet, especially when you don't know the other parties and counterparties on the other side. So that's one thing. The other thing is to see, like, now that the fees are low enough and that the transaction rates are high enough, the kind of true vision, I think, of gaming on Web3 is not just to be a single game on chain, it's to be having these tokens that are interoperable across games. And another way to think about that could be even stables, as being one of those interoperable tokens. USDT being used in all the games and being able to use that USDT balance across different games is a value add for users, right? Not having to go into different ecosystems with different types of tokens, different payment methods, but being able to use the same payment methods for all the games, I think, is a huge value add for users as well. We've also had great success with some of our partners out in different parts of places of the world, like India with KGen. So lots in this space are really, really exciting to us. And I think a lot of this UCT announcement is going to hopefully hyper accelerate the adoption of gaming as an industry and also interoperability layer for blockchain in general.
So freaking bullish on the interoperable aspect and what's possible. Spot on. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, thank you for sharing some of that and where we can be going in the future, or actually, wait, right now. I'm sorry. It's awesome. Sneezy, any further additional thoughts here or questions? I don't know how you feeling.
I think with gaming, I'm just ready for it to come. I don't know enough about building games. I have no interest in building games. I just can't wait for you guys to keep them coming. And the stuff that I use to kill time, I will rock the hell out of it. On chain, let's go. If you build it, I will come.
Build more games, build more verticals of entertainment. Yeah, I mean, it's very cool to see what's happening today, what's possible in the very near future. It's very awesome. Love to see it. Yeah.
Me too. I think the other thing I want to say on that topic would be that we've traditionally thought of these as like verticals. You have gaming, you have social media, you have media and entertainment, as well as finance, and all these will start to blend together more over time. So gaming becomes, there are kind of mini games in your social media and app, like what JC might be doing in Town Square with our sloths. You'll start to see those payment rails being integrated as well. You'll start to see some of these things being tied to more traditional media, whether you're visiting a theme park or you're thinking about how do going into a movie theater. All these things will start to look very, very blurred together, and that's a real advantage of what Web3 can do with the proper infrastructure. So it's something that we're expecting to merge over time, and we're excited about that, and that hopefully will bring a lot of interesting user opportunities and experiences that just weren't possible before.
It's such a good point. I mean, the fact that you can just carry what your, for example, I guess digital identity potentially being your wallet, for example, here. That identity online is a whole different topic that I don't know if we want to get into that rabbit hole, but we'll just say your wallet for simplicity's sake right now, that you can potentially be playing a game and then joining and getting maybe a discount on, for example, here on a concert because you're partnered and you've achieved something within a game, or bringing the idea of an interoperable layer of not just like tokens, but also what you've done is potentially all available on chain now that can be, again, it's interoperable. That is kind of the definition in some essence. It's I guess some of the information stored on chain that can then be called and used in a different part of a different application. So the idea of blending it together is kind of amazing to hear and see where that could be going, and very well could be happening currently, let alone where it's going to be in the future. So yeah, I love to hear the idea of blending it together and seeing what this may look like in the basically the near future or far future, whatever it may be. Future is also as exciting as a consumer, for, like you're saying, the opportunities that has for businesses, apps, games, whatever, to again cross reference or use interoperability and the power of the chain, to make things better for us as consumers. So very exciting. Just to echo and I guess further illustrate what you were, I feel like, saying there. So awesome.
Yeah, I think in hopefully 5 to 10 years or maybe shorter, the way we think about the internet and the way we use it and the way we think about value transfer and money movement will be hopefully totally different than it is today. And we want to be a big part of that, obviously.
Hey Avery, what's up? Um, I just want to check, like, I mean, like going slightly off topic right here. I just want to ask, like, what's the foundation's stance on meme coins or even like community coins? And with the recent announcement from Justin Sun and his entire like Sun Pump thing, I just want to know, is there any ever plans from the foundation to support community coins or meme coins in general?
Oh, great question. I can't speak for the foundation. That's a different organization. I'm not sure if anyone here is from the foundation that can answer that question. But I will give a plug to Aptos, because they've got a cool meme coin applications. You should check it out for sure. I think it's Aptos pump.xyz, something like that. It's a really great idea for a product that looks even better than the original in my mind. It is super smooth. It is very functional. It is a lot of fun. So I can definitely share that part. But in terms of getting actual foundation feedback, I don't know if there's anyone here that can answer that question.
I pinned it to the top. I've I've really enjoyed partaking in the Aptos NFTs. I haven't partaken really in any meme culture outside of like when I got into crypto, I got Shiba Inu. I'm glad that meme coins are on Aptos because they're fun.
Yes, there are some fun ones for sure. A lot of
Obviously,
fun.
like we said, NFA, they're meme coins. Do your own research as much as you can. Don't put anything in you're not willing to lose, but it's fun. And I think we're quickly seeing a culture building around it.
It's a great social experiment for sure, to see how people think about building community, building utility, and thinking about how also people value that, which is really cool.
This is totally kind of random, but what do you what do you hope to see, I guess, in the next year as far as building from builders of the community? I mean, you kind of mentioned a predictions market as like a something that is a natural shoe-in for Aptos. Any other kind of things that you're just like top of mind that you're just like, this seems it's like something that would be fitting, or you're hopefully wishing upon, Avery, that you would be open to sharing, or maybe not. It's just more so let's just see what continues to populate the AIPs or anything like that. I'd be super curious to hear, aside from anything you'd be able to share if possible, just for any builders that are curious out there looking to build any type of dApps or anything that are that value add, of course.
For sure. I think there's just so many things you couldn't do before because we were limited by cost, by scale, by latency. And as I mentioned, now we have latency that's far below a website page load. We have scalability that supports the largest websites in the world. And we also have the ability to do things like support your logging with your Google account, through keyless and others. So I would say that there's a couple of things I'm excited about are things like now we have USDT. How do we think about things like streaming payments? How does that work in DeFi as well as DePIN? When you think about, for instance, AI infrastructure, being able to pay people directly for use of their hardware for a period of time, and then being able to support that payment very, very quickly with low latency and high throughput could be really neat. Or thinking about even creator economies in the spaces of social and others, being able to pay those creators immediately for their content, or thinking about different kinds of payment methods that just, again, are not possible with Web2 technology. So we can actually drive forward innovation in the payment space. All those things are really, really exciting. And we'll see even kind of other precursors of that through loyalty and other programs that allow us to test that space even without stables or other kind of more payment-based solutions. So I think all those are really exciting. I'd love to see much more thought around AI and how, we see a lot of the data being indexed and trained through large language models. Um, there needs to be much more safeguards around it for the consumers, for the users who produce that content, and also even for those, when you think about it, when you go to a Twitter website like this or a space, how do I know Sneezy, right? Being able to sign and produce kind of proof that you are you is probably one of the only ways to verify your identity, and being able to use that as an identity mechanism for different kinds of products at scale, at the billions of people around the world, I think very important for us as well. So I would love to see any application that takes advantage of these kind of properties or these kind of examples I've given, and really drive forward what internet can't do and what it can do with Aptos.
Hey, Avery, I have a like somewhat technical question, but more like a product oriented like side of things. So because I've dived into Aptos Connect and Aptos Keyless for quite a bit, and um like for those of us that are not aware of the stats, a majority portion of the transactions are actually these days done through like Keyless or Connect, like through various apps. Like so, people are actually using that a lot. So this drove my curiosity, and I did quite a bit of research on the various like social login wallets in various ecosystems. And what really intrigued me about Aptos Connect is um, keyless on Aptos is not powered by like a MPC solution, like multi-parted like solution, but rather powered by like OpenID standard, which I guess is like has its roots in the Web2 world, right? So it's sort of powered by um, OpenID and ZK, whereas the equivalent solutions like social login wallets on Ethereum have traditionally used like multi-party computation as a solution to abstract the need for the user to manage the private key. So like, what was the thought process behind Aptos Keyless? Like, you know, just going about it from using a totally different solution, that's different from how these various like MPC wallets have approached it. Like because that's a fascinating different approach, because Aptos didn't like have a Web3 Connect, didn't have like these um, like traditionally EVM dominant MPC wallets to just directly support Aptos. Rather, Aptos Labs built it on your own, and it works very well, right? And the user experience is very well done. So, what was sort of the thinking process when you guys first started, studying the approach and making the decisions?
Great question. I think one of the key things we wanted to try to do was understand, like, how do we make this infrastructure easy for wallet providers to integrate? And so if you think of it from that perspective, being able to natively integrate with the chain and just plug into some infrastructure is kind of one of the best things possible. You can always implement a passkey solution or a keyless type solution through a wallet that has kind of control over like a layer of abstraction above the blockchain. And that has advantages too. But we thought that, being able to plug that directly in is much easier for the wallet providers to maintain. They don't have to each wallet provider doesn't have to build this themselves. And that shared infrastructure on top of the blockchain natively is just a much better, much more trusted experience. Also much more verifiable and auditable and all those fun things as well. And so we thought that would be a cool way to experiment with it. The same thing is true for passkeys. If you want to use a passkey with Aptos, there's the web and auth verifiability directly built into the blockchain. You can do that. And again, these things are all completely verifiable on chain without having to use third-party providers. So we thought that would be a really neat technology. And the other cool thing is you can kind of combine these technologies together. So if you want to combine it with MPC type technology or other kind of security properties, always possible to do. You can even have in a situation where you have a keyless wallet, also secured by your seed phrase, all possible. So just being able to kind of compose and play with these different kinds of protocols. You can imagine also a world where if you're doing a very high value transaction, you might want to secure it by multiple methods of authentication. We just want to make sure developers have that flexibility and the ability to kind of also produce custom solutions to their particular use cases.
All right, I have to like um, catch up to date here. Is there like a more detailed docs where our team can dive into other than the AIP, the keyless AIP?
Yeah, I think there's actually a couple. There's an Aptos Learn tutorial on how to use keyless, and also some docs on the dev doc site. So both of those would be great resources to take a look at.
Yeah, because what you said that was really interesting was you said you can compose different methods on top of the I guess on top of the stack. Like you said you could use like MPC for authentication, and you could it just seems that I had a very shallow understanding of it until you just like I realized I had a very shallow understanding until you said like all of these different approaches can be composed on top of the I guess OpenID standard. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I think, we don't have the docs on that yet, but I think that's the direction you want to head into, which is that this can be composed and you can do multiple things with it. You could imagine like a 1 out of n signer or a k out of n signer that does support these different kind of functionality. That isn't all like super easy to do today, but it is possible after we start to implement some of the tooling and infrastructure for it. And if you want to take the lead there, JC, you're more than welcome to. And we'll get there eventually. But we're excited about the direction of this as a composable building block for everyone.
Right, because I really just want to emphasize this point, which is for most MPC wallet providers on Ethereum, their primary challenge has always been that the wallet creation based on social credential is application dependent, meaning that you have to, create separate wallet accounts based on this application, that application, even with the same Gmail. So for this application, you would have this wallet, and for that application, the social login would create a new wallet, right? So that's really bad experience for the end user. So what we as like product builders have found out is compared to Privy, for example, compared to like a particle network, or compared to even Wallet Connect, like Web3 Auth, Magic Link, all of these like third party MPC wallet service providers, they all of them have that deficiency. Whereas Aptos Connect really allows you just to cruise through an ecosystem of applications with one singular social login wallet. So that's sort of the like really. I mean, the imagination here is really limitless. Like once you have that piece of the problem solved, you really can build a very smooth Web2 friendly like onboarding process for Web2 users. Now with payment trails, that's even more powerful, right? So like I like the more I dived into this like wallet onboarding part, the wallet experience part of the Web2 user onboarding, the more I found just powerful, like how powerful Web3 Aptos Connect is. So I think if there's like more docs, more details, like Ripple access at the moment, I would love to take a look, because we have like our team has been like drilling down this like user onboarding rabbit hole for the past 2 weeks, and I think this is very, very interesting, especially for us from like a consumer facing like social angle.
Man, but to be frank, I'm going to echo really big time what JC is saying here. This is for all of us that have been on Web3 for so long. This is something that it's a magical experience in some essence as a consumer, but also I think as it sounds like the building blocks are here and continuously evolving. Keyless, Aptos Connect, like this is something that is truly I don't know, like man, I don't even know how to express the amount of joy it comes to connect a wallet that is so simple and painless, where anyone can be onboarded through Town Square, any DApp that is integrating this option now. It is so amazing. It's amazing. To even the previous experiences that JC was mentioning with the EVM side of the house with third party, they're meant to be, they're easier than what's possible, right? But this I think takes it to the next level, and I don't think it can be understated, the simplicity aspect from a consumer application side. So yeah, 100% agree with what you're saying, JC. Like times 100 if possible here. Just to lean into that.
Yeah, I do think that you called out really one of the key differences I did not mention, which was the fact that the way we try to integrate for the most part is by allowing people to share that account across different apps. And that makes a very nice interoperability experience. We do support both methods though, just in case people want to create a specific account for each app. And it's really up to the kind of app designer as well as the user kind of figure out what works best for them. I see Greg had a hand up, so maybe Greg want to comment more on this.
Oh yeah, basically wanted to say basically the same thing there, as well as you were talking about the composability. Someone, there's actually, I think, a wallet, I think Bizu Wallet does this, where they take a, it's a multi-sig, I think a one of two multi-sig, where between, I think, keyless and passkeys, to provide that ability to have those composable pieces together and make it so you can have, like, if you wanted a two-factor authentication, or to make sure, like, hey, I lost one and I don't have access to the other, I have the replacement, keeping it so that you have that composability and flexibility of signing transactions. So just to let you know, JC.
Okay, I will talk to them in Chinese. So, time to learn Chinese, or like to brush up your Chinese, Avery. You made that promise, and I don't know how it's going. So,
Thank you for calling me out.
I was
It's
gonna
not
say
going
right
as
under the
well.
bus he goes.
Yeah. Thank you. Trying, JC. Trying. The more meet me more, JC. We'll have to have more ramen dinners so I can practice and brush up on my Chinese. Yes.
Okay.
yeah, sounds good. Ramen in
I
exchange for Mandarin lessons.
yeah, what? Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna be at the Aptos experience. Are you gonna be there? Can I sign up for some essence?
Only if you teach me a language. Yes, let's do
Oh
it.
no, oh, I want JC's essence. JC's the
Oh,
one up here spreading essence.
you
But
gotta pay
yeah,
him ramen or
I
something.
don't.
He takes only food is payment. Just
I'll
let you
teach you
know.
how to speak. I'll teach you how to speak Canadian, Ottawa
Make
Valley
sure you
accent.
can't buy him anything too good, though. Make sure he doesn't eat too
Sorry,
much.
eh? Very sorry, eh?
Yeah, me and Avery, we're gonna take a run down to Horton for the boys. You're gonna have to give more than a toonie. They raise the prices. Okay, no, sorry. I gotta wax poetic for a second, and then I'm probably gonna throw to Ape because I'm sure at some point I'm gonna make him put his hand up during what I'm gonna say. Then Brent's got his hand up. We'll go to Brent, and I do want to say hi to Yanusa. Um, I just want to welcome you to the space. I'm glad you found us. Thank you for engaging in the comments, and yeah. Um, I just gotta say thank you, Avery and Mo, and everybody on the team, Greg, David, the engineers. You guys are really laying the foundation for what I think a lot of us got into Web3 for. That's how I feel when I take part in the Aptos ecosystem. Is this is the Web3 I was promised. This was the community I was promised. These were the people I was told that are going to be here.
Well, I have to
Like,
say it's as much as we do and we do some things, it's nothing without you and the community and people who are building and people who are talking about it and understanding that this is something that can actually support the internet. And without that, we are nothing. So it's really power and kudos to you guys who are helping us to build in this space. It doesn't need to be technical building. It's talking to people. It's explaining what we can do now on this new world. It's also just having a conversation with someone, getting them excited about Web3 in general and crypto. So it really takes a whole village and more than a village actually. So really appreciate all of your efforts and the love here and the way people are starting to come together and understand this is something different and it's going to make a change in society and it's going to be a change for the better. It's really thanks to all you guys making that happen.
you said, it takes a village. It takes a
Yo,
village. It really does. And it's the
yo,
whole ecosystem. Yo, what up, Brent?
yo, I'm so sorry, man. I threw some time on Avery's calendar, and I know how busy his calendar is. So is it okay if I kick him out of here? Because he's an absolute legend. And Avery, I saw what I threw an invite over. So I just wanted to say thank you and um, get you on the road, man.
Yeah, if that's okay, I will take that as my sign to exit. I really appreciate this time with everyone here, and hopefully get to do this again sometime. But I keep the community going, keep the love going, guys, and keep building, as much as we love building. We love you building even more. So thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, thanks so much, Avery.
I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your schedule to come and hang out with us. To me, it's truly a testament to just the whole community and what we always bang on about in spaces about how you and Mo have created this ecosystem that is just cup overflowing support. And that is why everybody in this ecosystem is so welcoming and so willing to onboard and help people build and be a part of this ecosystem, is because anybody in this space who's been here longer, who is part of a project or is a mod or launched a project or is a developer, like if you want to do something, people help. And that's because you guys help everybody around you. Just thank you. Thank you for taking part.
Gonna echo everything Sneezy just said and double down on it. I'm not gonna even add anything extra there. Sneezy hit it perfectly. Thank you so much, Avery, for
Awesome,
everything.
bros.
Honestly,
Catch you later. Catch you next time. See you in Korea. See you. Bye, guys.
Yo, let's move.
let's go.
Have a good night, sir.
All right, Brent, was that your hand,
Brent?
or did you
No, I
also
also wanted to
jump?
say I'm back, but I was like, I didn't have to announce that I was back, and I'm sorry for kicking out the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. But I also, when I threw something on his calendar, I saw like he just has all these other things, and I felt so bad. The dude, he's crazy awesome, and he's, I mean, just an amazing dude to come in and chat with the space for a long time. So I had to.
He was basically here the entire space. I mean, that is insane.
Yeah.
And we didn't
Dude,
even like go into
Spotify.
anything Sneezy like
No,
ecosystem. We
Spotify.
went straight into it. Spotify.
Dude, I'm so
Aptos,
glad.
this is it.
Honestly, like if there's a week that I'm glad, I know this is going to be the Spotify. Maybe we pre-record a 5-minute intro to go ahead of it, or a 2-minute intro, or something to go ahead of it. But I'm glad that we took every minute that we could with Avery. That was awesome.
I hope everyone
And
enjoyed it as
also
much as we
shout out
did.
to everyone else. Like thank you, Greg. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Angel, A Person, JC, Pecker, Aptos. I'm sure if I go back, I'm forgetting speakers, but thank you everyone for taking part, and thank you for showing up and listening and just being interested in Aptos. Let's fucking go. That being said, I'm very excited to go to this hand and welcome someone to our spaces. What up, Yunusa? Am I saying that properly?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sir. It's like Arabic. The what's it called? English name would be Jonah. Like prophet, like Prophet Jonah. Yeah, from the Bible. um, yeah. So excited to be here. I got onboarded into Aptos just on Saturday, right? We had a hangout. We had the Aptos Africa hangout in Lagos, Nigeria, and it was really amazing. Just got into learning. That was the first time I ever heard about Aptos, and I've just been so excited by the possibilities, by the products. A lot of products were demoed at the hangouts. Somebody mentioned Jambo phone. Jambo phone was also there. They gave out Jambo phones. I got introduced to Ziptos, which is a wallet just like Petra wallets, hybrids. um, so yeah, like really excited about a lot of stuff. Got to know about Meku Trade as well. So yeah, really excited. I've just been so excited about Aptos ever since Saturday, and just been really active on here, been engaging and been just been really happy to be involved and all of that. So yeah, I would definitely be really involved going forward and really happy to just be here, be in this ecosystem. So yeah, it's been really amazing so far. Thanks, guys.
Yo, welcome. Happy to have you.
Dude, welcome. Let's go.
How was that meetup? Yo, I saw so many pictures. I'm trying to find the thread. I'm gonna get that pinned to the top, but yeah, that was amazing. Is Baba as handsome as he looks in photographs?
Dude, he has the best voice, man. He has the best radio voice out of
Yo,
everyone. So
honestly, Baba is probably he's tied with Atreyu and 8 for my favorite Aptos space host. And then we've got Julie Serene, Dr. Wulon, Trudeau, close seconds. Oh, and Greg. And Greg. Oh my God. I'm gonna have
nah,
to.
I'm not
I'm not
needed.
gonna start. I'm not gonna start breaking down my ranking systems into anything broader than one group. They're all the best. I take it all back.
I don't send a message of a thread that I wrote about the about the hangout, so you can check that out. Yeah, it was really cool.
Let's go.
Nice. Heck yeah. Looked like a blast. It looked like a blast. You're here, so it must have been interesting enough for you to hang out and show up. So that's what's up. Welcome. Huge welcome. I'm so glad that you had a great experience. And yeah, seeing some of these photos that you put a thread together of is awesome. It looks like an amazing meetup, honestly. Packed. You had a lot of people there. Holy cow. Let's go.
Yeah. It was really amazing. Really amazing one. If I can
Oh,
just
that's
throw this to
amazing.
Brent, if I can just throw this to Brent, how is, like, I've been using Ziptos a lot here. I've been like really involved with Ziptos and been that's the product that I've experimented the most with. Over the last most of today, that's what I was doing. And so yeah, I just wanted to ask if you've had a chance to like experience what Ziptos is about and like how it compares to Petra wallets, how they are like similar or different. So yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Ziptos, obviously, we're on Telegram. Petra Wallet is more standalone. So I think a little bit more functionality with Petra Wallet. I haven't. I've used Ziptos, but I don't use it on a daily basis. I think most of my use for Petra comes from development and thinking about features and trying to find bugs that people are reporting and stuff like that. So I do spend a lot of time in Petra, and a lot of that comes from my development time and not just usage time. So when I check out an external product like Ziptos, it's not for you know a whole lot, but I think the world of the developer. I guess the marketing guy Aladdin reached out on Telegram, went through the grant process, joined spaces in the middle of the night frequently, attended many for the launches, showed up to stuff at 2, 3, 4 in the morning on a regular basis, and I think that kind of grind is something that I absolutely support and I can speak to more than I guess a feature comparison. So nothing but love for that guy and whatever he's cranking out.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really great. Aladdin has been really great. It was been really helpful while I was trying to like get on board with Ziptos. Oh, and the man that onboarded into Ziptos himself spoke at the event. Kika Kika has risen up his hand. Come
Kika,
on,
Yeah, we got
Kika.
legend.
Mr. Pikachu. What's up, homie?
Hey, GM legends.
GM Kika.
GM.
Yeah. So just to address Yunusa's so not really a comparison, bro. Right? There's no comparison because Petra Wallet is Petra Wallet. Petra Wallet is Aptos Wallet, right? While at Ziptos we're building a we're building a what we call it, a suite of amazing tools, right? To help you go through the whole DeFi process. So we're not just building a wallet, right? We're building a whole lot of stuff to just help you onboard fast and then enjoy Aptos easily from your phone and from Telegram. So yeah. So that's it. So I want to just take away the idea. It's not actually, we're not just building only a wallet, right? And then there's definitely going to be integrations with Petra wallets. Definitely. Look forward to that, right? Look forward to that. Like, it's a whole ecosystem. Aptos is one big ecosystem, and then big love for everyone. All trying to build together and grow together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
thanks so
I
much,
know that
Kika.
you had a fair bit to do with that meetup. You were very active there. Kudos to you guys and the team that put that together. Shout out to everybody that showed up and took part. Like, I can't tell you how happy I was. I think it was Sunday my time. Um, just seeing all the pictures rolled out. I think it started Saturday night. I was in the space and I saw you got a bunch of people posting pictures playing FIFA, and like from then on, my feed was just like constant smiles.
That was
Seeing,
Baba. Baba destroyed me.
oh, bro, dude, I wasn't even gonna on the scores because I don't know who was who, but that was not good for one of you. There was a winner and there was a loser.
And then yes, Baba is as handsome as it sounds.
Oh my goodness. No, that honestly just amazing. And I can't wait to do the same when I go see Brent in a person and Noshi in like holy frig. Like I'm leaving in 8 days, I think. on my trek,
Yeah, buddy.
on my pilgrimage back to Muskegon.
Yeah, boy. Back to your homeland.
Your native land, my come to visit land.
What's your homeland now? Because Mikasa Sukasa.
Fair enough.
What
Fair enough.
an absolutely legendary episode. Episode 24.
Oh my goodness, bro, we're out of time already.
And it literally flew by.
Let's really get this one on Spotify. Yeah, this would be a really good episode to get on Spotify for real.
I think this is going to be the kickoff.
Yeah, I think
With that.
fire lit under our butts.
Yo, you know it's gonna be featured in Petra Wallet if you get up there. If you don't get it up there, I'm never
Not
never
if,
featuring anything
it's
else ever
when.
again.
Oh boy. Okay, well, if the fire wasn't lit, the fire just got lit.
I
Let's
can help.
go. Oh my
I
God,
can
yo,
help. What's it called? Upload the stuff to
the
Spotify if you
first
want.
Spotify,
Yeah.
first Spotify push in Petra. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh man, yeah, super exciting. I mean, this is
Yo,
we've been I think
not to
waiting for
toot
the
our own
moment,
horn,
Sneezy.
not
This
to
is
toot
it.
our own horns, but weren't we the first space featured in Petra Wallet too?
I think you're the first Twitter space, but the first event was actually Aptos tournament. I did
Oh,
a
yep, Aptos. Yep.
We
I
were
did a
the
massive.
first X space though.
Yeah, I think first X space. I think you hold that distinction for sure.
Okay, well, we're going for
Let's
Spotify too.
We're
Let's
going
go.
Spotify next. I don't even know if we were the first YouTube, but doesn't matter. We're
No,
going for
I don't think
Spotify
we
now.
were. That I can confirm. I don't think we were. That was Captain Matt.
All right, onto the next channel, which is
Yeah, we got to get
Spotify.
our
We're bringing Aptos to
we got to
Spotify.
get our belt back, bro.
Let's go. Aptos is hitting Spotify, coming very, very soon for episode 24. Let's go. Do we,
No,
Sneezy,
honestly,
do we want to wrap up here and give some parting words for everybody as we can, get to the end of episode 24?
I think, yep, hit them with some parting words. That'll take us 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so over. That's perfect. Let's go with the parting words. Who's first, though? You pick first.
I pick first? All right, Yunusa?
Not it.
Unisa, because you have your hand raised and because you're new, you get the first kickoff here on parting words for episode 24. Welcome again.
Oh, all right, all right. Yeah, thanks, Sneezy. Thanks, Atreyu. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah. So I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm really excited, really happy to be here. It's been really exciting. It's been really fun. Getting to explore Aptos, looking at so many different products, right? But I've been mostly, focused on Ziptos. That's what I've explored the most. But as I've been on this space now, I've also checked out a lot of other products, and so yeah, it's really nice, and really looking forward to exploring the space, building up my APT bag little by little, because yeah, I'm really bullish on the entire chain. So yeah, yeah, thanks Kika for onboarding me to Ziptos, and thanks so much for everyone to being on the space, and really looking forward to continue to being on here and being part of the community for sure. Ziptos making my move.
Go. Thank you, good sir. Thank you for hanging out tonight, and look forward to getting to know you better. Let's go. All right. You know what? We're just gonna go. You picked. We're just gonna carry on from my screen from now on. Brokebacker, what's up, homie? Parting words.
Yo, yeah, great space. Like, it's crazy. Like that was the CTO of Aptos that we had like an interaction with, and I don't see that usually happens in most spaces. And yeah, I guess thank you for like always hosting great spaces, and yeah, keep building. And also, yeah, don't forget to buy SNC token. And yeah, Troy, I know you're out there.
Oh my God, Troy's definitely not in the
We'll
space,
get
but he's
you.
listening back. Troy gives listening back energy.
I swear to God, that motherfucker's in all like our group chats. He knows when to pump and dump. All right, that's all. I love you guys.
Thanks, Brokebacker.
Yo, we're gonna say a quick hi and goodbye to my main man Knees.
Yo, what's going on? My bad, my bad. I was just sitting here talking to my girl.
No, it's okay. Usually you're in the shower, so we'll take it.
Yeah, that is true. I did buy some Sneezy token, I will say that. I did see some of that and I
Oh,
had to
you
snipe
guys,
it.
stop talking about it. We can talk about that on Wednesday, bro.
I was just saying.
I love you, man.
Okay, let's go. Who's next, Easy? Keep going.
Oh, yo. I'm sorry. Can I do a quick plug? For Serene, I think she was having like connection issues. She wanted to like just tell you guys that the Meowdy collaboration collection is getting extended by 1 week because I think there was like problem with Tradeport and some of the means were not going through or something. So they are extending it for 1 week, and yeah, support artists.
Heck yes. I could not agree more. I just pinned it to the top two. So check it out. It's a collaboration of 7 different artists, edition art under one collection. You can take part, and portion of the funds are going directly to support cats. It launched on International Cat Day, so that's why it's the Meow Day Cat Collection. And yeah, it's like 7 of the most community active artists on Aptos. Julie, Serene, Pecker, Mancini, Oh Hey Haley, uh, I can't remember how to say it.
Jericho.
Jericho and did from from the Africans.
Yeah.
Can't think of can't think of the handle.
Starts with a K something.
You know what?
But
You know what? You guys,
we
you know
just
what?
met the
This is
guy,
the
so you
you
know.
guys are getting the quality you paid for. I'm sorry. We're going
We
to
love
the
you.
Crypto Kid, right? Crypto Kid.
Oh, Crypto Kid does have one, but that's not who I'm thinking of.
We love
Points, but
artists
not the
regardless.
bonus points. Okay, we'll circle back. We'll circle back. We'll go to Pikachu. Oh my God, man, you look like you had so much fun this weekend. I'm so pumped. Bullish on Aptos After Dark.
GM, yeah. I had so much fun. I've not recovered. Like I'm still in my fun phase. Yo, right. So thank you for everyone who made time to be here. It's always great, I know when we started like Aptos After Dark, right? And like we're already on episode 24. Let's go! Like GG Sneezy, GG Atreyu. Let's keep it up. 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 Just let everybody know Aptos is still early. So yeah, if you're here, then you're one of the early people. Believe that. Believe that. Believe that. Yeah, I'll see you. I'll be back one of those days, right? We're going to look back, and then when Aptos is at $200, right? We're all going to look back and say, yeah, we were all there. We're all there. We're all there. We're all there. Yeah. So yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone. Have a nice day. GM legends. I'm about to go do some Aptos Batman duties. Did anybody see that meme?
Wait, which one? I've seen a
Legend.
lot of
Yeah,
memes.
yeah,
I've
The,
yeah.
seen a
For
lot of
sure.
memes
the,
this week.
the Aptos Batman meme.
Yeah, yeah. I saw Kika.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm about to wear my cape. I have some Batman duties to do.
So let's go. Appreciate you, homie. Thanks for coming out tonight. All
Awesome to
right,
see you, Kika.
we're gonna bring it full circle and go back to the man behind the rings. What up, A person?
Hello, full circle. I like what you did
I'm
there.
laughing at my own
No,
joke so bad.
I figured I would laugh with you instead of at you. So I figured to give you a chuckle up there as well. Have a good night. Hope everyone had a fantastic space. This was great. Hope everyone learned something, got some information. If you missed an opportunity to connect with somebody, don't forget you can still reach out to do that. Ring September 5th, the same day as the Aptos experience. I need your ring size if you want me to get you your ring. ASAP would be cool. But yeah, other than that, have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I got a new couple of songs for the Taco Tuesday, so we'll see you there.
I can't wait for the reactions. The crowd's gonna go nuts. and I'm just happy I don't have to listen to Taco Tuesday anymore.
Hey, I really like that song.
It was growing on me,
Oh,
but the new
I got,
ones,
well, you heard it.
yeah, it was growing on me, and that does not make me happy. But the new one's way better. Yeah, I appreciate the hell out of you, Abe. Thank you for showing up all the time for everybody.
We do what we can.
Let's
Joe,
go. So pumped.
to my man Angel. I miss you, man. It was so awesome meeting you.
Yo, Sneezy. Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was really cool. Thanks a lot for coming down. You took the time to drive all the way down to visit us. So thank you very much for coming. And I hope, you enjoyed the time that you were here. And let me just tell you, next year will be much better. So again, thank you. And this was a great space, guys. Really well done. Number 24. I mean, wow. It's come to this. This is like the high point, and I'm sure it'll keep going up from here. So I'm looking forward to seeing your space on Spotify. First Spotify listing on Petra Wallet. Very cool. And again, great space, guys. Well done.
Dude, huge shout out to you, Angel, for, I think, as we have said multiple times throughout this 24 episodes, I don't know if you'd be here if it wasn't for your nudge and push into this general direction of doing the recordings and kind of pushing us into this uncomfortable zone that we're now, I think, feeling pretty comfortable. I don't know, Sneezy. I feel like we've hit a bit of a rhythm. So really huge shout out
I
to you, Angel.
started this space off like literally shaking in my boots like halfway through. I'm like, okay, no, we can do this. We can do this.
This
We
is
can make that.
totally a vibe.
Yeah, no, this. Yeah, no. We can do this.
Man, I mean, seriously though, it's crazy. It's been 24 episodes. Just looking back, I mean, it is pretty. It's wild on where we were at the beginning of the year to where we are today, and it's been a journey and a lot of us being to where we are now and to this milestone, and awesome at that. To have Avery, it was something super special. I'll cherish and continue to look forward to, that as a moment that we experienced, and did not see that on the bingo card for this year, if I'm being frank. But here we are. It's awesome to experience, and I'm super happy that we had that moment. Super grateful for everyone showing up. This was episode 24 was again amazing, special. The people really did show up, engaged, show so much. I don't know. It was just quite something.
I gotta give special kudos to the man that
Yep.
made this evening possible.
Without a doubt.
Thank you for blocking time off in Avery's schedule to come and talk with us. Brent, again, I think very close to the same amount of kudos has to go to you for just helping this space turn into what it's turned into.
100%.
And I can't tell you how awesome it is to even in the littlest iota be a part of something that may have inspired community events, because I think that's low key one of the most powerful things that comes out of the Petra wallet. Even though there's swaps and tabs for dApps, community events puts people directly in touch with spaces, with mints, with games, with anything relevant going on in the ecosystem. So yes, any parting words from you, sir?
Please pass
Dang,
it to
man.
Brent.
No, dude, I'm just honored to be here. You guys are absolutely crushing it. I think your style, your flow, the conversations you have are ones that I grok, that I enjoy hanging around for, and that's absolutely something I'm willing, able, and excited to show up for on a regular basis, because I think it's a lot of fun, a lot of value. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. I appreciate the hell out of all these speakers too. Like, all these people are super tied into the ecosystem, and have become valuable contributors. Yunusa, you got a lot to live up to. If you look at the speaker panel on what a lot of these folks have been contributing. So no, just very cool to be here, guys. Congratulations. Avery doesn't let anybody block stuff off on his calendar. When I mentioned to you, he's like, "Oh yeah. They're doing God's work," and I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure. That's exactly what they're doing. I'm gonna put that on a bumper sticker and give it to them." No, but absolutely, it feels like just honored to be here with you guys. Much love, man.
You're a freaking legend, Brent. That's all I can say.
Love you, Brent.
Love you, dude. Like, what the heck?
Oh man, which brings us to us. How did you have fun tonight, bro?
I had, yeah, I guess you could say an absolute blast, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'll just, I kind of already said some words, and all then times 100. So, Angel, Brent, everyone's hearing. This is again something special. Man, can't wait for the next 100, 20, 24, next 100, where we're going to be this time next year. It's really freaking cool. Everyone keep showing up, supporting, liking, retweeting, doing all the things that, you know, continue to show what this community is really about. It's special. So yeah. Sneezy, love you, bro. Host with the most. I know you hate when I say this, but seriously, like what you know, it wouldn't be the same. So
This whole
it's been a
thing,
vibe.
this whole thing, we just whipped this together.
Just whipped it together.
Okay, no, I got to go on my community bulletin board duties. Today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. Don't miss the cool sloth space at 11 a.m. EST, going right into the spoof space at 12 p.m. EST, and then you sure as heck better be at Taco Bell Tuesday tomorrow night, listening to H new song. Wednesday, there is the hair space at 10:30 a.m. EST, Waffle Wednesday, 12 p.m. EST, and then we'll see you back here for Aptos tonight, 7:30. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. If you listen back all the way to here and you're not fucking bullish, good God, get your pulse checked. Not financial advice. Get a touch wallet. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out.